What's going on YouTube, the Apophis here, and welcome back to my channel. So today's pretty exciting because it's the first Friday of your summer schedule of content, which means it's the first episode of First Row Friday, so that's super cool. You might not know what it is because you probably didn't click the thumbnail that explained it. I'm gonna do you one good though. I'm gonna tell you what First Row Fridays is this one and only time. If you don't know after this episode, then you're gonna have to go watch the other video and click the thumbnail to figure it out for yourself. So what it is I'm throwing up some sports gameplay just to shuffle it up a little bit, and I'm going to give you a topical commentary. The topical commentary isn't necessarily going to be about sports, just like today's is not, but on occasion might be. Today's commentary, however, is definitely going to be about Xbox One. This is a very unique and exciting commentary for me, because a few of you guys have asked me what are my thoughts on Xbox One, because I haven't given them. I've 100% kept everything I have to say about the Xbox One to myself. That's completely different than what I did with the PS4. I kind of gave my thoughts on PS4 right away. I wanted to switch it up for the Xbox and just kind of wait and see, especially with E3 so close. But breaking news comes about within the last 48 hours by the time you hear this. And I thought it was pretty interesting, so I thought I'd give you my thoughts on it. What you're looking at right now is an actual screenshot of some news that was posted on news.xbox.com's website. Okay, so this is official Xbox news. You can go find this news story on your own, but you don't need to because it's right here. I will, however, put a link in the description below. So I kind of want to cover each one of the points that they bring up here in this article. And I'll give you my thoughts on the Xbox One as that goes. Right now, they say that you can buy the way you want, disc or digital on the same day. I like that. I don't always want to go wait in line, and if it's a game that I know I'm going to play the absolute dog shit out of, I don't mind downloading it. I would like to see them make downloaded games maybe $10 cheaper than actual physical media, for the simple fact, you didn't have to print it to a disc, you didn't have to package it, you didn't have to ship it, and you didn't have to put it on a damn shelf. I would like to see the price be a little bit different to maybe encourage the digital side of things, but we all know that's not going to happen. I do like this feature, as I said though, because if I'm going to play it a whole lot, I don't mind having it digitally. It saves me the gas and the time to go pick it up, especially if they implement some kind of preload system, such as like Steam uses right now. Like I can download the entire game the day before it comes out, and then bam, at midnight, it's active and ready for me to play. I think that would be really cool if they implemented it, and I don't see why they wouldn't, especially when they're talking about how connected Xbox One is going to be to everything. Now, the next thing, access your entire library from any Xbox One, no discs required. That's really cool, because if I have the game installed, on my Xbox at home, I go over to my friend's house, I can just sign in, and I should be able to have access to it via the cloud. The problem I see with this is they're probably going to make you re-download it and use your license, which could take a long time, depending on some of your internet connections. So hopefully they come up with a better solution other than just download it on this Xbox once you get there. And I'm sure they've considered that, and hopefully they'll touch on it at E3. But right now, I think that's another unique, cool feature, because then you don't even got to worry about bringing the disc. You don't got to worry about it getting scratched. You don't got to worry about it getting broke, lost. Some Xboxes scratch the shit out of discs compared to others just because the disc tray is screwed up in one way, shape, or form. And you don't have to worry about any of that. So that's kind of cool. The other thing, share access to your games with everyone inside your home. Now that one, that's kind of already how it is, right? You own the game and you have X amount of profiles on your Xbox, you put it in and you play it. That's nothing new. I don't even know why that's showing up on here. I thought it was pretty cut and dry that you were going to be able to play games across accounts, at least on the same Xbox. But what's even more intriguing is this give your family access to your entire library anytime, anywhere. This is one of the things that's maybe putting a token back in the Xbox camp for me. Now, if you know me in any way, shape of real life via Xbox Live, an actual real life friend, some kind of Skype, some kind of medium where we actually talk and have conversations, you'll know that I've been on this crazy campaign against Xbox One. I've been in PlayStation's corner since the reveal. I have to say this feature alone almost evens them out. If anything, it makes me incredibly excited for E3. I think that E3 is going to be amazing now, especially because we're going to learn so much about the new consoles. Because let's face it, they're running out of time and they better tell us something at E3. So this is really cool for me. This feature, sharing it across people across Xboxes, it clearly says that I could be playing Call of Duty, for example, on one Xbox One. And let's say Ashley can log in to a different Xbox One, but as long as she's in my shared family accounts or has access to my shared games, she could be playing Call of Duty, my copy of Call of Duty, at the same time I'm playing Call of Duty, just on a different Xbox, and we could play together. That's really cool, because right now the way it works is I have 2 copies of Call of Duties, 2 Xboxes, in order for us to play together on different screens. With this feature, I could have 2 Xboxes, 1 copy of the game, and we can still accomplish that goal. So that's really cool and absolutely intriguing to me because I like to play with other people. What I really want to see is how they're going to regulate this, because what if you have a kid and your kid's going to college in a different state? He has access to your shared games folder when he's at home. Does he when he's in college in a different state? That would be really cool if so, because you could link, let's say, 9 others of your friends, so you have 10 total accounts, and you could basically game share. You each buy a game a month. That's 10 games that you all have access to. That's really, really cool. I gotta believe they're gonna find a way to prevent that. I really do. But for the in-home part of it, maybe it'll detect if you're on the same network or something. That's really cool for me. So I really like that feature. I really hope PS4 implements something along those lines in it, because if not, that is almost a launch day deal breaker for me, as I'm sure I'll end up with both. At launch, there's only going to be one of them that I own, and I right now it's PS4, but this is looking really good. So the other cool thing that's been really big in question is that we are going to be able to trade in and sell our used games, but they're going to only be able to happen at participating retailers. So you can expect that to happen at GameStop and GameStop only, or like a Microsoft store. I can see Microsoft dipping their hands in this some way, somehow, where if you go to the Microsoft store, you could probably do it. I don't really like that. It's going to put a lot of mom and pop game shops out of business, and that still doesn't sit well with me. That's still a notch in the anti-Xbox camp. Lastly, give games to your friends. I thought this was unique, right? Because right now, as is, I can hand you my copy of Call of Duty and you can have it. I can say, this is yours, you can say thank you, and it's yours. Nothing stops that. So what they're allowing this time around is that you can give it to a friend of yours one time, so he can never give it away, trade it in, or sell it. But you can give it to him, and the only catch is he has to be on some predetermined list for at least 30 days before you give it to him. I think it's cool that they implemented a way for you to give games to your friends. I don't think it's cool that they limited it on how many times you can do it. That's not the case how it is now, but that's what we're looking at. So overall, I still think my hand is in the PS4 pot, but definitely the game sharing side of things has me very intrigued. And I think it's just going to spark a lot of cool things at E3. Now, the last thing that I read, and this was from a different article, but same information source, you will be able to turn Kinect off. What I think it means, though, because from various rumors, is that when the console's not on, you can turn Kinect off. But when you're playing a game, it has to be on because of all the features involved or whatnot. I would really like it if I could just turn Kinect off altogether, period, in general. I don't have room for it where I game, so it serves no purpose to me. I don't like that it's going to be a required thing, because I think it's going to make the price of the Xbox a little more expensive because it's extra hardware. But I really hope it's not required in games. I hope I can turn it off all the time. It would be great if I could just keep it unplugged, but what I really think it means is if the Xbox is on, Kinect is on, but when the Xbox is off, you can turn Kinect off all the way. That's pretty much all the news that I had, and all I really had to say on it. What was really not sitting well with me was their used game policies. You have to connect once every 24 hours, and if you're playing a digital game, you have to be connected the whole time. Those still don't sit well with me. I still don't know where I stand. As I said, I'm really excited for E3. I saw one other rumor that kind of really scared me that said Respawn Entertainment might be developing an exclusive launch title, for the Xbox One. So that'll be entertaining to see what they have to say, if they say anything at E3. I guess I'll end this out by saying thanks. I'm glad you guys stopped around for First Row Friday. If you did enjoy it, please let me know in the comments below. And without any more delay, we'll see you next week.